Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here doing a review of the new Jeffree Star Cosmetics Thirsty palette. Well, I guess you can call it a review, it's more first impressions. And I'm super excited to be filming this video. I have never tried Jeffree Star Cosmetics before. I tried to get the Blood Sugar palette a while back, but every time I tried to get it was sold out. I know the packaging was super extra on that, and I was really hoping to put that one be my first purchase with them. But then I saw him do the video where he was revealing the Thirsty palette, and the colors just spoke to me. I immediately was in love with them, and as soon as that baby became available, I was waiting online for it. Now, because I'm on a budget and I don't do this full time, this is just something that I like to do for the sheer love of makeup. I didn't really have the money to buy the whole collection, so I decided that if I had to pick one piece out of the collection, it was going to be the eyeshadow palette. I know I have plenty of eyeshadow palettes, but really, what's one more to the collection? And they're my favorite thing to use. And this is the beautiful pink box that I assume all his products come in. Alright guys, well, be sure to smash that subscribe button, become a part of the Wolf Pack today, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, and here is the palette, and here is the card about the palette, and I love the makeup that they did on each of these models. It's very pretty. I know I have plenty of palettes, and I said that just a second ago, but they're my favorite thing to purchase if I'm going to put more money towards them. Okay, well, this and foundation, but he is coming out with foundation, I heard in his last video. There's something special about eyeshadow palettes. And they packaged it pretty well. And here is the unit carton, and I like how they put the little raindrops on this, just something a little extra for it. And it's also got the water droplets on the palette itself. Okay, and if you've watched any of my other videos, I really like it whenever companies put a little something extra into the unit carton, the packaging that holds the product, because I keep a lot of my products still in the packaging for as long as I can. I like to kind of keep things looking as new as long as possible, and I've also started displaying them here in their packaging, kind of like so it's more of your shopping for your makeup every day. And so this will be loved. Okay, I've not looked at it. Hopefully it came in perfect condition. And there it is. It's perfect. Okay. And there's my mirror. Okay, sorry, there's my lights. And I appreciate that he put a thicker card in here to protect the shadows, or protect the mirror from the shadows. These I like to save. I don't have a palette for mixing my foundations or my cream products. I use these for that, just a little tip from me to you. I do remember him saying that in his video, he didn't put the emblem in these metallic shades. Something about he didn't want to compromise the shadows, the consistency of them, to press them. I'm already in love with these two shades. I love bright peach corally shades. Now, I don't really use blue or green that much, but I'm going to kind of step outside my comfort zone with this. We have Parched, Taste Buds, Bitch, Kumquat, Stroke. Now, instead of going straight into the metallics, I'm going to save this for last, and I'm going to go ahead and go into the bottom row for swatches. Now, going top to bottom, we have Subtle, Quench, Submerge, Flash, and Drizzle. Okay, and now for the last row, or second row in the palette. We have Divine. Ooh, that's pretty. Filthy Rich. And these are super, super glittery too. I love that. And that was Lick. I love the names for these. Then we have Snatched. Okay, that one I think is my favorite. That's such a unique color. And last we have Plunge. Okay, I'm wrong. I think that one's my favorite color. But look at that. The pigment is insane. Now, my matte swatches, I know they're not as intense as this, but I think that's just kind of how mattes are. They perform better on the eye than they do on swatches. Metallics and shimmers are always going to do better. Okay, well that is all the swatches. I'm just dying to go ahead and get started in this, so I'm gonna go ahead and scoot you in just a little bit so we can see more of what I'm doing with the eyeshadows. Okay, now to start with, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Too Faced Peach Perfect setting powder. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it lightly under my eyes just in case there is any fallout. I don't know if there will be. This is just precaution since I've never used this eyeshadow before. And while we're on the subject of fallout, I really don't judge any makeup or any eyeshadows based on the fallout. It is not a deal breaker for me, so if there is any fallout, I'm totally fine with it. You just gotta make sure that you take these steps beforehand to make sure it doesn't mess up your foundation. Okay, and I'm gonna go into Parched to start off the look for the setting the eyeshadow primer. And there's just the tiniest bit of kick up on here, but nothing to worry about. And you're not really going to see this shade because it matches too much of my own skin tone. This is just to make sure that all of my transition shades blend easier here in just a second. And I'm going to be going into Taste Buds for the next shade in my crease. Okay, and I'm looking at it in the monitor and it kind of looks like it's not showing up. It is a nice peachy color, but it's really, really soft. But I like it so far. I'm not mad at it. But next we're going to go into Bitch. Okay, it's weird saying that name every single time. I'm going to go into the third shade here. And that one I love. Okay, the pickup on that is insane. That is really, really pretty. So hopefully it translates to the eye the same way. And to deepen up the color, I'm going to go into Stroke on a finer detail brush. And I want to go ahead and start with Drizzle, the darkest shade in the palette. Okay, now I'm going ahead and trying to do the other side to match what I've done so far over here. But honestly, that third shade in the palette, I would be fine just using that all over the lid. The color is so pretty. Okay, if I'm being honest, now that I've kind of gotten into the colors and I'm going kind of more with this top row, and I feel bad because I feel like everyone else, they're going to be kind of doing the same thing. But honestly, these are just my type of colors. They're my favorite. Everyone loves warm tones, and these two colors, they just speak to me. I absolutely love them. But for my lid, I'm going to go into Plunge. That one I think swatched the best for me, or it was the prettiest color, a warm coppery shade. And I'm not going to wet a brush or anything like that. I'm just going to go with my finger. And I'm going to put that on the lid. That is so pretty. I love the glitter. I'm really surprised. Now I want to give it a little bit more dimension on the lid, so I'm going to also go into Snatched and just put that more towards the center. I'm going to go with my finger again. Ah, love these colors. I don't think I own anything like these glitters. They're the sparkle that's showing up with them. I don't think I have anything at all in my collection like this. So if you're looking for some really, really pretty metallic, or not even metallic, they're not shimmers, they're just straight up glitter, I am in love with these. The Lick, the one here in the middle, the gold, is a little bit more of a metallic, But these other 4 are just straight up glitters. I am loving how these are performing. Okay, now not that this matters anything, but even after I put the glitters on my eyelid, I just went ahead and I'm trying to get you to see it. I went ahead and swatched them again on my arm, and just me going in there doing my eyelids, I still got that much left on my arm to do swatches. So I think for the lower lash line, I'm going to go into Splash, which is more of the aqua color. And maybe going to put in a little bit of Submerge in there too, maybe closer to the inner corner. And it picks up really well on the brush. And I do recommend a smaller brush. I just made a little bit of a mess with this one eye using a brush that was too big. So let's try that again. Try it on a pencil brush. Okay, that's pretty intense. That is really, that has a lot more pigment than I was expecting it to. But this is a summery, colorful look, so we're just gonna go with it. And I'm also going to go ahead and start with Submerge. I'm going to blend the 2 down below. And I'm just going to use the same brush. And that one picked up really well too. Now I am going a little bit crazy with this color. I know it. You're probably going to sound off in the comments below. But I'm wanting to get as much experience with these colors as possible in the first impression. So I did pack on the color slowly with this brush, and it is so intense. So I'm gonna go ahead and mimic that over here. Okay, so we've got that on, is all on our lower lash line, and I do like the way that it blended out. There was a little bit of fallout, but I went ahead and just brushed that away really quickly, and that's why we did the setting powder underneath, so we wouldn't have to worry about it. Sorry, my necklace keeps wanting to stick to it. The only thing I would have to say about it is that there really isn't any inner corner highlight shade in here, but I think, I don't want to dip into another palette, so I think I'm going to use the silver shade here for the inner corner, which that might be a little bit too warm, or too silvery. Let's go into the gold here, the glittery gold. I'm gonna put that in my inner corner, and for that I am going to use a brush. I'm gonna try it once with it dry, and it does pick up. And it kind of gives it an interesting look using that for the inner corner. And I'm also taking that on the innermost part of the lid just to kind of blend those 2 colors together of the glitters. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna throw on some eyeliner and mascara. I'm gonna keep it really simple just so that the eyeshadow can get most of the attention, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am back. Went ahead and put on some liner, lashes, lipstick, and did the rest of my face. For the lower lash line, I'm wearing a Wet n Wild eyeliner in the shade Sapphire and Ice. And mascara, I am wearing the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Someone recommended this to me in a previous video because I hadn't tried the Better Than Sex mascara. Someone recommended that I try this. I actually have both of these now, and I do say I think I like this one a little bit better. And my lashes are just from Pure. I'll make sure that I link down below everything that I have. And my highlighter is the Vlada X Smashbox Petal Metal highlighter. This one I've gotten from Sephora, and I swear I use this all the time. It's my favorite. It gives such a nice shift. I've been on a kick here recently. Any of the highlighters that I wear instead of the standard silvery champagne highlighters, I've got to where I really like the pink highlighters, and this one is awesome. I have really gone into it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back on out and give you my final thoughts on the Thirsty palette. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Thirsty palette. I am actually really happy that I got this. I still plan on getting the Blood Sugar palette from him. The only thing that I wish I would have done I wish I went ahead and got the liquid lipsticks, because I know his brand is, it's always cruelty free and it's vegan friendly. They're really safe to use as eyeliner, and that's kind of what I want to do. I have a couple of liquid lipsticks that I do that with, but I didn't know if I should do it with this look or not. I just wanted to go ahead and kind of let the shadow be the star in this. No pun intended. The packaging is nice. I'm kind of sad that he didn't do the same packaging as the Blood Sugar palette, just because it would have been a little bit more of a statement piece, but the color on this is really, really nice. And I feel like you don't see orange that often in eyeshadow palettes, and I could be wrong. As far as the outer part of it, I feel like everyone tries to keep everything kind of safe, stay with black or rose gold, which I love, by the way. But the colors are so nice. I honestly love these. I didn't get a chance to use the yellow or this shade here, but I think I used, excuse me, I didn't use these two, and I didn't get to use the gold and the silver in the palette. But everything else I used to create this look, and I have to say they perform really, really well. Now, I did have a little bit of trouble whenever I was going to darken the outer edges of my eyeshadow. I was trying to, because I had used so many of the peach, the corally shades, I was trying to use this one and this one, the drizzle and stroke. I don't think this one really worked well for this look. It's kind of started to make it look a little bit muddy. So I think if I'm going to recreate this look again later, I'm just going to stick to stroke. It worked a lot better and it's a lot broader, but I love that it includes that punch of color so that it makes it more versatile. The only thing that I didn't like is that I didn't include a brow bone highlight, but I mean, I put highlighter on my face anyway, so it's no trouble for me just to push that on up. I had high expectations for the palette because of being Jeffree Star and being my first purchase, and I really think that it delivered. So guys, if you are on the fence thinking about getting this palette, then I really recommend it. I know it sold out, I think within just a few hours online, or it may have been 6 hours, I read somewhere. But I got this. I'm really glad that I did. It got here fairly quickly also, even with it being a new release, so that's another thing. And I know that's something that most people don't talk about whenever they're reviewing palettes and things like that, or makeup. The shipping, it meant a lot to me to not have to wait forever on an order. I had another company, I'm not going to say who, but it took them, it probably sat still 8 days before they finally gave me tracking, and I will not go through that again. Even though the product that I received was awesome, something like that keeps me from purchasing because it doesn't give me that trust in a company. And Jeffree Star, he's an independent brand, he does everything himself, and so far he's doing it right. I really like what he's done. I want to try those liquid lipsticks so bad, and I'm going to have to save up and get those again next time. But yeah guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you have a great day, and again, be sure to smash that subscribe button, and yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys! Okay, and guys, again, not that this has anything to do with the palette, but I did something special in anticipation of this video. My hair, I recently dyed it blonde, or started dyeing it blonde, and it had started to turn kind of a brassy color, a little bit too warm toned for my liking. And I used the Clairol Shimmering Light Shampoo to kind of tone everything, and it turned out pretty cool. I know it's still really warm up here, but that's just cause whenever I first dyed it and they dyed it gray, for some reason this transition area, it never took the gray. I don't know, because they didn't lighten it as much, so it wouldn't grab the pigment. Okay, but I would just like to hear your guys' opinion. What do you think of this hair? Is this something that you would try yourself? Alright, and I think it's kind of corny to say that I did in preparation for this video, but I wanted to do something a little extra special for my first Jeffree Star video.